off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow rules, I'm a trendsetter anyway. Okay, I march to the beat of my own drum. They say I need rules in my life, well I got some. That's one, kill the competition. Two, be a loyal dog. Three, and if they snitching on your man, send them to the mall. Four, when you party, go hard till you hit the floor. Five, if you didn't see me do it, what the hell you asking for? Welcome to my world. SINA.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Welcome to the Sunday night live stream. We come to you live every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on the Big Llama Show on YouTube, on Twitch at Blkout_AD, and now also on Twitter or X. Let me bring on my co-host extraordinaire, Blkout AD. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you this fine evening?
What it do?
It's going. I'm doing good, man. How are you there?
I'm all right, man. Another Sunday, another episode, man.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting. Another.
You don't sound excited, Llama. Are you all right today?
I'm actually really good. There's topics tonight, which is good. I'm excited about that. I was dreading coming on the show for one reason, and it's because I had to face you. For a couple of reasons. One, I hope you enjoyed the edit because I had a blast doing it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
Katie said it was good. Katie said it was good, but I haven't watched it.
I think the edit is, and again, I'm biased because it's my edit, right? But I think it gets better. I think as we do this, I know that I'm having a good time with it. So, and I think I'm more comfortable with the material. So I play more, right, when I do the edit. So I had a good time. So I'm hoping you enjoyed a couple things I did on the edit, which were funny. There's a couple of jokes in there. They're not at your expense. I did make fun of you, but no, I know. But I wanted you to see them because there's one in particular. There's a penis joke that's in there that's funny as hell. So I repeat it. So it happens twice in the same edit. And then there's a Spanish joke that you make. And I cracked up, but I want to make shirts out of it. When you see it,
okay. Yeah.
When you see it, you'll see it. But anyway, the second reason I was like dreading coming to see you is like I had promised you this thing on Thursday, and here is Sunday came out, and I was like, man, he's gonna kick my ass because I told him it was gonna be out on Thursday, maybe Friday, and totally my fault, totally nothing, and I was like. And you didn't text me. I'm like, he's mad at me. You know, like I was like thinking way more into it than I think it was. And then I was just like, and then I saw you on the stream and you didn't say nothing about it. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't really care. But I
waited for us to be live so I can call you. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I did think about it, but I mean, we had a pretty good off camera or like off stream talk.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I kind of looked at it from that perspective of like, I understand. But
yeah.
I
was ready. I was poised and ready, but I just didn't execute. But still.
I also haven't started the other two, which I'm gonna get to tonight. But I was like, I mean, he's not dropping it. I was like, he's clearly not dropping it till the weekend. So we'll see. And funny enough, I woke up this morning. I was like, when the fuck Llama was gonna drop this video? So I was gonna message you, but then for some reason I was like, let me just check in case he dropped it. And I checked, and it was up like 20 minutes ago. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna message him, but
yeah,
I did have the thought was there.
Yeah, no, I figured it was. No, you know what's funny too is like I was saying. The more I started playing with the edit, like I really got into the fun of the edit, ideas just started hitting me, and I mean, there's even like a memoriam section for like a hot second. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I started just going off on the edit, and I was like, I was it. You know what it is when you have material that you're excited about, like it's not work. Like I wasn't dreading the edit. I was so excited to, every like segment I was doing, I was like, oh, I want to put this in. Ooh, let me put this in. And it wasn't like, oh, let me just get it finished. It was more like, I have an idea for this piece. So I was just very, very excited about the whole thing. So and then when I watched it back again, some of the best work I've done. So it's, you know, I think that's what I said, but you know, you might tear it apart.
No,
but you know,
now that I know you have that perspective on it, I'm gonna watch it. But
with a critical eye.
It kind of makes me. I mean, again, this is probably more of an off stream talk, but you wanting to edit was more like trying to contribute, you know. But at this point, it seems like you are probably getting better at editing. You've been doing it for so long now. That
oh no.
You know, maybe it has to be a collaborative edit where you watch it through, and if you want to add or tweak it anyway, I think feel free to do that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm honestly really fucking excited about the series, man. I'm like,
oh no, it's great. That's what I'm saying. And then the two recordings we did, I think were great. We got some good material there. So no, I'm really, really excited. So no, and I think if you chop it to a point, right, that helps me condense it, and then I could add flavor to it. But that's fine. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. So
I mean, again, I don't want to, you know, it wasn't hard, but it was more like, should I ask him if I should edit? Like if I could edit, or, you know, but I was like, I figured he still wants to get movie reactions out, and and I'm on the show and I'm not really doing anything, and you know, I've been on the other side of doing some content and the others.
No, when you said it, no, honestly, when you said it, I felt a sense of relief. I was like, oh, thank you, somebody can help. And I trust you. And that's a big
paying for it, and you know what I mean. Like, I've been making some Pokemon money. We're gonna have to start getting some editors around this motherfucker, because
exactly
we can get so much more content now if we don't have to edit shit.
That's true. That's true. No, but the big thing for me is trust, and so I've seen some of your work and some of the stuff you pieced together. So I was like, no, I trust his editing, and I trust that he can piece everything together. So I'm like, go run with it, because then I was like, I can get right back to the movies. I've got 3 in the hopper. I want to record another one. I'm like, I'm ready. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting week. Again, if you guys have not seen the reaction, watch the reaction. Should be some fun stuff. It's a 20 plus minute video. It's doing pretty well so far so good. So
I think we jinxed the last one.
I think we did.
But what? Oh, so remember early in the week when I asked you about numbers or whatever? Yeah. I noticed that second one, though, in the first 2 days had more views overall than the first one did, because it took 10 days for the first one to get to 1,000, and the second one's not even there yet. But the first couple days was way more. I was like, that shit's kind of moving kind of quick, kind of similar to this. But you know, like from past experience with Heels, I think by the end of the first season, and there's so many seasons, and if we go through them all, who knows what this collection can amass.
Yeah, and I it's still growing. So like the 2 videos that we've already posted are still getting views, still getting subscribers. So it's the algorithm just picked up the first one, which was really, really good. And then again, it helped for these other 2 to have some traction. So we have a base. We have a base of folks who really want to watch this stuff. So I'm excited. I have a feeling when I put a movie out there, that might get picked up too, because it's different. So just giving it something different to look at. So
maybe
excited, very excited. So
who knows? We're putting in the work though. All right, let's get to the topics, dude.
Let's get to the topics. All right. So there's a couple of things. One, so I'll let you choose what you want to start with first, but we got Bad Boys 4 performing extremely well. We got stuff about the Acolyte, and then we got Eminem dropping new music and some backlash or non-existent backlash on that. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to start?
We could talk Bad Boys, Acolyte, then Eminem. I don't really care about the Eminem thing. Bird would be somebody to talk to about the Eminem thing. Bird, if you're here, slide through. Yeah,
exactly. Yes. Hey, send them the link.
I'll text them.
Yeah, no, I honestly didn't care about the backlash piece. I wanted to talk about how funny it is that people forget the shit that he put out before. That the stuff he's putting out now is tame compared to that shit. But anyway, all right, so let's talk about Bad Boys 4. So apparently everybody has forgiven Will Smith for his transgressions at the Oscars,
all right,
and slapping Chris Rock.
Not saying it was right, but I don't think people are like, oh, I heard some reviewers talk about like, oh, I wanted to be mad at Will Smith, but obviously the movie is doing well. But the fact that people have that in their mindset because of what happened is kind of stupid. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you were looking for a reason to hate the movie or hate Will Smith.
But that's what how good the movie is, because the same reviewers in the same sentence said, I flipped around. Like the movie got me. I don't care about the slap at all. Like, but that kind of always happens though in art, I guess. Like when you do make a mistake, if you put something out good, people will tend to forget that mistake anyways. So
right, and it's not that people forgot about it. I think it's gone. It's enough time has passed where it's not like if this had come out like a month or two after the slap, there would be huge backlash and they may or may not have gone. But I mean, people at my job and people like, you know, we're talking about like, this is a big weekend for them. They're like, yeah, I'm going out with my wife. I'm taking the family. I'm like, it's an event. And I was like, Bad Boys 4. Okay. All right. And so again, not that I didn't want to go. I did want to go see it. I was actually going to go by myself today, but I had a bunch of stuff to do. But yeah, no, it seemed like there was excitement of folks that wanted to go see the movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of people showed up in droves to go see it. So 56 million to 60 million US debut and about 106 million globally, which it surpassed the numbers it was supposed to make, the estimates by a lot. Yeah. So that, you know, it gives Will Smith, you know, one of his, not his biggest opening, but one of his biggest openings, and the franchise is alive and well. So
there's no way it's that close to one of those bigger openings, is it?
It's huge. They predicted 40 million domestic, and they weren't sure what the global, but 60 plus mil on domestically. That's a 20 million over, and that's crazy. And then over 100 million globally in his first weekend, and it's gonna have legs. It's gonna have legs because
word of mouth.
It's word of mouth that it was a pretty good movie. Yeah. It was already word of mouth it was a good movie. I think their PR and they didn't do a lot of like promoting of the by trailers, but they did a lot of the, hey, here's Will Smith watching the movie with you, and here's Martin Lawrence doing this, and like they had a lot of them featured in, you know, little segments and things. Yeah. But you love those characters. And then they featured, I forgot the kid's name, the kid that they scared the shit out of in Bad Boys 2. Apparently he has a big part in this one. And everyone's talking about it on Twitter. Like, you got to see his part and everything. And he's cool. And I'm like, I'm intrigued. I want to go see the movie. And I was going to go see it. But like I said, I just didn't have time. But I'm going to go see it next weekend for sure. So... damn, I just, and again, last week we were doom and gloom, right? The movie theaters are dead.
Yeah, literally.
No one's going to the theater. It's dead. And now all of a sudden, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's Reggie, little Reggie. That's what his name was. They yelled at that dude, but they made a big thing about him. I mean, and again, he made a comeback. All right, we got a lot of people in the chat. Birdie. Out there, just finished watching it. It was better than expected. Okay. See, man. And that's the thing. I mean, 3 underdelivered for sure. 3, I think, was absolute trash. But,
well, I heard 3 was alright. I think I only seen the first Bad Boy movie, but 3 seemed like it was doing okay. You know, it obviously did good enough for them to make a 4. They didn't just do it because 3 failed. You know what I mean? Like they would have just canned it. But I think they just took what worked with 3 and just kind of like utilized that. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Definitely makes me want to go back and watch all the Bad Boy movies and maybe try to catch it in theaters because I've been trying to go to the theaters, but there hasn't been anything that's capturing my my want to go. So
other than the
this might be
popcorn.
it. I mean, yeah, and even then, I can just pick it up and leave. You know.
You can DoorDash your popcorn now from the movie theater.
There's no way.
Reggie was on his John Wick ish. Okay, so
Oh,
see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was saying. So he goes from like a really like comedic, like just a really shitty role in part 2 to John Wick. Like that shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. But again, a lot of good word of mouth, a lot of great stuff. I know that Will Smith and I think Will Smith and Martin Lawrence were at different theaters throughout the weekend. Like they went to theaters and surprised a bunch of people. So there was that element, and it wasn't just in LA; it was in different places. So it's again great marketing for the movie, and people were excited to go see a Will Smith movie. And again, there's still something about a movie star like Will Smith that will bring you out to the movie theater. So, I mean, I was still intrigued and excited to see it. I just didn't have the time, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't an event film. So I didn't I got my tickets, but everyone was talking about it. I was like, man, I got to go see this thing. Yeah. I didn't want to miss it either. I didn't want to be that guy who didn't see it. And here I am. I'm that guy. I'm an asshole. All right. So it did really well. I'm going to go see it next weekend, or I might see it this week. Maybe I'll just go during the week. I'll pull an AD.
Yeah, but give the people a review, dude. Give them a review.
I know.
Yo, I'm so serious about the Mortal Kombat 2 watching it in the theaters.
We got to go.
110%. We're gonna make that happen.
We have to. Ong says, I didn't think about the slap once. Right. No, I honestly like the slap is a distant memory. Right. Enough time has passed. Well, again, it's over. Like Chris Rock has forgiven it. He's already, the jokes have been said. The stuff has been covered. It's been a long time. It's fine. It's been over a year. I think people are over.
I really got annoyed that people were like prefacing their reviews with I was thinking about the slap, and then like it's kind of stupid to me. But I mean, I'm glad it's doing well. Definitely, like I said, maybe I run back and watch the other ones. Put them on my channel. Now I'm a TV reviewer.
There you go. Hey man, you got influence, man. You got influence. I'm telling you, man. Your reviews and your comments are spot on a lot of stuff. So, we just can't be competing.
Well, we can, and we know who's gonna win that race. But come on, let's keep it honest. But let's get right to the Acolyte, dude. Listen.
Yes. Okay.
Not impressed, but weirdly intrigued is how I feel.
That is the sentiment that most people have with the Acolyte. I thought it was campy, like it was like weirdly, oddly goofy, but still interesting, but still like weird and a little funny. And
you know what it kind of feels like? And I just thought about this right now, so excuse me for.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
But it feels like Miss Marvel.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
I feel like, I don't know. I also heard something that now I can't get out of my head, but somebody's like, it feels like they watched a movie or they made a movie and then cut it up into episodes. And like, after I heard that, I was like, damn, like it does kind of feel like the way the episodes ended, it was just like a cut in between the scene. Like, no spoilers, but I do feel like I know how the next episode will start just by that sentiment. And if it does start like that, then that's probably exactly what they did, because I don't know, it feels weird. But also I heard a lot of people got 4 episodes and they're kind of not digging it still. So that kind of worries me a little bit. Like, of where this can go. But again, I'm kind of intrigued by the story. It is a different take on a Star Wars film, something we really haven't seen. So like I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. But overall, I was like, it's like I want to like it, but like there's something in me that also kind of hates it.
Well, I'm glad I'm not one of the. Again, I don't read books at all, but I'm glad I'm just not one of those people who reads on like the lore or like the history, because I know nothing about the old Republic and all that other stuff. I just know that there's a new bad guy, right? And they have these, they have pretty cool again, the old times and the ancient Jedi and all that stuff is interesting to me. I've never really seen it, and I never really think about it, right? So seeing it on the screen and seeing it like play out is kind of neat. It's like a samurai movie for me. It's like that. That's what I think of. But again, there's something about I forgot the guy's name, but the main not the main Jedi, but the younger guy who's I can't think of his name.
I don't know his name, dude. It was a weird name.
He plays the movie. He plays the character very straight, like he's like prim and proper Jedi, but he's so goofy. He's goofy as shit. And so like that, he's just funny. It's like I find him to be funny. My kids are annoyed at that guy. They're like, this guy is annoying, and I'm
he's kind of like, I don't believe he's a Jedi. The only time I felt like he was a Jedi was when he walked down the stairs and kind of cleared that situation up. That's when I was like, that was very Jedi-like. That's some shit like Obi-Wan would have did, But other than that, like he doesn't feel like. Yeah, he's also like a younger character in comparison to like the other Jedi. So I don't know.
And the other Jedi clown him a little bit, like really, we gotta take this guy with us, like that type of shit. So I'm like, that's why I'm like,
they're kind of playing off of how the show feels. So I guess that's a plus. And now seeing the first 2 episodes, I don't think it's as serious of a show as I thought it was gonna be going into it. Like I thought it was gonna be a darker, more Sith. I mean, they did say it was like Sith oriented, but I thought it was gonna be a more darker show, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna be, unless it fucking drastically turns in the middle. Then who knows?
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
No, I don't. I know you've seen the first 2 episodes. Okay, so the whole thing with having that main character meet their demise at the beginning. I don't know if we want to get spoilery. I don't know if anyone's ever have watched it yet or not, but that was kind of interesting because I'm like, ooh, do we want to get into it? Spoiler warning. Okay, so you haven't, or no,
I don't think they're gonna watch it, to be honest.
Okay. So spoiler warning: if you haven't watched The Acolyte, we're gonna ruin the first episode for you,
and the second one,
maybe. So they bring in the girl from the Matrix, Carrie-Anne Moss, as like the main character. She's on the billboard. She's on the fucking poster. Episode 1. Fuck you guys. She's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of flashbacks going forward because there's a lot of like what happened in the past. Like, what did they do that was so bad that one of the Jedi was willing to take his own, and I think there will be more scenes with her, but killing her off the rip is kind of, but it's also kind of that factor that makes you, it's kind of one of those things to me is like, all right, they're taking a risk. Like, let's see where it goes, So.
Right. Well, again, I wasn't watching it for her because I'm not like, oh, Carrie-Anne Moss, I can't wait to see this. I found it interesting that they got her to play her. I actually saw the first fight sequence up until almost the time that she, got shivved. In the theater when I went to go see The Phantom Menace, they played the first 10 minutes of it. And so I was like, wow, she's going to be really great in this show. Yeah. So I was excited. I was like, yeah. And then I started watching the episode. I'm like, this is great. We saw this in the theater. Guys, remember? Yeah. And then 2 seconds later, after they cut in the theater,
she's gone.
Ching, and we're like, what? We're like, what? Did that just really just happen? Like, is that real? Like what the fuck?
Did the boys think of it?
They were a little unsure, just like you were saying. Like, they were kind of like, well, it's okay. They weren't like over the moon, like, oh my God, we got to watch the next episode. They were like, okay, it's interesting. We'll see. And I think that's what everybody's thought right now. Is like, we'll see what happens next, but they're not kind of like, oh my God, this is the greatest show, right? It's like,
that's a weird, kind of a weird, that's something that doesn't happen often. Where across the board, everybody's kind of like, I like it, but I don't like it. Like, there's usually a very clear, I don't like that shit, or I do like that shit for the most part. And it, you know, depending on how good the shit is, one outweighs the other. But to hear that everybody, and even the people I talk to like in person, are saying the same thing. So I'm like, what if it's a whole ploy? Like, the story writing is that crazy where they hold you on for a couple episodes. They just like lead you on. They give you just enough to be like, and then bam, they flip the switch on you. That'd be crazy. That'd be actually nuts.
Because whoever this bad guy is, you don't see him right in the first 2 episodes. No. So that's interesting. That's I think what kept me intrigued. Like, you introduced this character. Theories? Yeah, if you got a theory, I don't have any theories. I don't know, but go for it, man. Because I don't.
The merchant that made the poison might be the actual bad guy.
Ah, okay.
I think
he might be the acolyte.
Because one person was like, there was a scene where she kind of like tried to attack him a little bit, and he held his own, and she even had the expression of like, interesting, like, you know, she's supposed to be training with the Sith, or they haven't said it explicitly it's a Sith, but she's training with a Force user. So for him to kind of stop things is kind of an interesting, you know, little detail. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it has a couple seeds that are okay. Like, I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. But if I watch this fucking show and it sucks, I'm gonna be very upset, man. I'm gonna be upset.
That's what I'm saying. The payoff's got to be a good one. But again, they don't have anything, at least that I can think of, in the Old Republic or in that old storyline that is like nostalgic. That you're gonna go, oh my God. Remember? I don't think they have that. But somebody wrote, I think I saw it on Twitter, it's like, Palpatine is still out there. I'm like, I don't want to see Palpatine. I don't want to see any. I don't want to see any old characters. I just want the new shit. Show me who this new guy is. Right. Show me this new guy and tell me how badass he is, and then let's just mess with this guy. But I don't want anything from the new stuff. I don't want any.
I don't even know if I want this shit to tie into anything. I just leave it its own story.
Yeah, tell me who's the Jedi murderer, and let's find out who this person is. That's a great story, because you got to be pretty badass to be murdering Jedi.
Well, it's the girl that's murdering the Jedi.
No. I mean, like, the guy behind it, like, she's trying to please this guy, whoever this guy is.
But he's using the situation. That's the thing. It has to be one of the. That's another thing. It could be one of the Jedi. I just thought about this right now. It could be one of the Jedi that was involved with the situation, trying to get rid of everybody, so the truth never comes out. It could be Saul, for all we fucking know. He's been playing all of us.
And he trained them both, right? He
heard it here first,
and he knew about both of them.
You heard it here first. Remember, we called that shit.
Exactly. So if you hear it anywhere else, put on their comments. You heard that shit on the Big Llama Show.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of things that intrigue me. The only reason I watched it too is because usually we come on here, you're like, did you watch it? I'm like, no. But I was like, I'm gonna watch it. I watched it the night it came out, or like 2 nights after it came out. I was like, I'm gonna watch it just for the show. Make sure I'm tapped in. So
yeah,
let's go, man. I mean, we'll see.
It's a big week, man. I think I got House of Dragon this week. That comes out this. I think it's this week, if I'm not mistaken. So House of Dragon comes out this week, and something else comes out this week that I'm gonna check out. Plus, I gotta watch Godzilla -1. That's on fucking Netflix.
Yep, that's on my list as well.
And I'm debating a reaction for it. Like, that's the thing. Like, seeing that's where I get pissed off, because I'm like, I really do want to do a reaction for it, but I do want to watch it, nice in my TV, really, sound blaring. Not that I couldn't set up my camera out there, which I could, but but I also hear it's a tearjerker. So I'm like, I don't want to be fucking sobbing at a Godzilla movie. Yeah.
I mean, don't cry, dude.
You know, it's kind of hard to control that. You know,
I don't know, dude. I feel like I want to cry. I'm just like, all right.
You're young. It's still. It's hard for me. It's hard for me.
It's all right, dude. It's all right. Just cry on camera. Do it in the living room, nice and comfortable. It'll be a good time. If the boys on it, you know what I mean? It'll be a nice time.
All of us there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's what we'll do.
Everybody says it's a great movie, I'm excited to watch it. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm very, very excited to watch it. So that's on my list for sure. The Boys comes out this week, or not this week, but the week after. There's a lot of shit coming out. Oh shit. Power.
Oh yeah. That came out last week.
That came out this last week. Yeah. I watched that too. I don't know if you watched the episode, but
I did 100%. I watch every Power, BMF Power, all that. I watch it literally 12 o'clock. It comes out. That's like part of my week. It's like, oh shit, it's coming out. I watch it every week. I'm on it. Yeah, that
is our ritual. Mama Llama and I said, when's it coming out? We resubscribe to Stars. Yep. And we watched the episode. I can't believe I didn't have it on my list to talk about Power. The final season.
What did you think about the episode?
I thought it was great. But I don't know where they're gonna go with this shit. Like it's a weird dynamic, but like in other seasons, I kind of can figure out where it's gonna end or how it's gonna end. Yeah. Or where it's gonna go, but with this storyline, I don't know where the fuck they're gonna do with it.
Yeah,
because there's no like clear cut next step, right? Once they take out this lady, I forgot her fucking name, and the fake British guy, what happens next? There's no connect. There's no fucking distro. There's no like I don't see anything else happening. Unless, and again, once you take off one, there's probably another one will show up right after, and that's who they'll hook up with, I'm sure. But like, it's not very clear cut at this point.
Supposedly, there's gonna be a spinoff, so I don't think they're gonna spin it off with Tariq again. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. Obviously, they still got the Tommy series which I personally enjoy. So you can probably see some characters like switch over to that, maybe. I would think. Bring some of those players and like kind of cross them, you know. Yeah, I don't know. There was a mention of one of the lawyers like going on taking mobsters, and I thought that was a weird throw-in. So maybe there's something with that. So yeah, I don't know. Like the writing for the first episode really had me like, it was definitely an action-packed show. I was gonna play games because usually I play games while I'm watching a show. So like I'll put like one screen with the show and then I'm gaming. But literally the start of the episode started really fast paced, and I turned the game off, switched it over, just watched the whole episode. It was locked in the whole time, and I was like, damn, like it's a 2-part season. So there's gonna be 2 type of finales, quote unquote. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a fun ride, especially that I didn't get to like experience the first Power while it was live. Yeah, you know, like seeing it for the first time with everybody. So I think this is gonna like give that same thing, man. Because listen, Stars lights are on because of 50 Cent bringing these shows over there. Let's just keep it honest, man.
I said the same thing to Mama Llama. I go, Stars right now is fucking kissing 50 Cent's ass. They're like, thank you, Jesus, for another season of Power, because they're like, subscription rates are going through the roof right now. Yeah. Like I got on there and they were like, and not that they're stupid, but like, okay, Power is back. I would have paid the full price, but instead they're like, hey, welcome back. You want our service for $3.99 a month for the next 2 months? I'm like, Power's going to be on for the next 2 months, $3.99. I'll take it. You're an idiot. I would have paid $5.99 or whatever the fuck the original charge was. I would have paid the price. Yeah. But I'll take the discounted rate.
That's the only one.
But-
Like I can cancel every other one and not want to watch anything. That's the only one I have to have. But you know, I mean, Stars does treat it with kind of. That's one thing. Like this show shouldn't end right now. To be honest, they're all young. You know what I mean? Like
right.
You can build this out. You could have honestly, if the original Power never came out and you started the show with like the end of the original Power leading into this, you could have ran this shit for like 15 years and have Tariq grow into what Ghost was and literally watch it happen. I feel like they kind of like are cutting this property short. Now, again, they haven't disappointed me in any aspect. Even the BMF show this last season to me was really good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm like, they clearly have a plan. And also, who knows? Maybe this shit goes to like a Netflix or something. Like I feel like 50 Cent's a very brilliant guy when it comes to business. So like I feel like he has plans for these shows to continue. That's why there's so many series. People are interested in these shows because, to be honest, they give you a real life kind of aspect to, you know, a dramatic. It's like a dramatic take on what really happened. And there's a lot of things that are like, yeah, this is a TV show, but that probably has happened in real life. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Truthfully.
Right. There's a lot of stuff that you go, oh, that seems pretty realistic. Like that's some shit. No, I mean, I think it's well, for me, I think we had talked about this before too. There's that whole 4th, 5th season not jinx, but like lull. Like a couple of shows go through that where you go, that season was okay. Then they like boost it back up, right? A lot of what this has done well is that, okay, they change the scenery, change the set, change the, like it's a new story, but that's what most of these shows do anyway, right? But they do it smart. They go, okay, fuck it, we'll cut the show, we'll end the show on a great note, so you remember the show the way you want to fucking remember it. But then we want to continue it, so we're gonna do the next book, and it'll be over here. And it's still the same characters that you know and love, but hey, we're not fucking with our original concept that you loved, right? So like, I love that aspect. Like when they moved Tommy and, you know, he did the Chicago stuff.
Yeah.
If they would have kept the name Power and moved it to Chicago and it was Tommy, I would have been like, you know, like you start to go, it's not the same, but because it's Tommy's show and it's a whole different spin-off, I'm like, well, it's his fucking show. And then you can accept that it's a whole different style or it has a different flow.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tariq, right? It had some of those elements of the original show, but it was still a different aspect, different style. And then it was its own thing. And so that was where I was like, even though it had a lot of the same characters coming back, I can't believe they offed what's his name?
Early.
The nephew.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit, that was great.
When he like led with the Angela thing, I was like, yeah, Tariq's gonna kill you, and he's gonna be like, I never even liked that. I hate that bitch.
No.
And that's basically what he said. He was like, bro, because you're her nephew,
worst
you're
thing.
Dead. Yeah,
right. He's the worst thing he's ever had come in my life. Bam.
Like,
oh shit.
Because you gotta think. She was the homewrecker in his eyes. It's like, I don't give a fuck who you're on this, bro.
Well, she's the catalyst for the entire downfall of Ghost. Like she is the reason that the whole thing blew up, because she was with the you know, with the authorities.
A
USA Valdez. But no, yeah, she was the reason the whole hit. She was the one thing that he couldn't resist, and it was his downfall. And so had she not been there, that they would have been living large. Again, they probably still had problems, but not as bad as this, right? And not having to have this ultimate ending, which is crazy.
Also, but on the flip of that, now we're getting deep into
I love this. I love that.
But on the flip
power.
to that, though, they survived a lot of shit because she was on the inside, and they got a lot of information way earlier and Ghost was already 10 steps ahead of everybody. He was ready. He was ready for a moment like that. It just happened to be the woman he's in love with, who he truly. I'll never. One of my favorite power scenes when it's him and Tasha in the car. He's like, Tasha, can you just give me a minute? The love of my life just died. Like, she's like, I'm your wife. Like, what? That shows you what kind of guy he was. But yeah, I mean, the new season, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be epic. And
yeah,
enough people talk about this show on a weekly basis. Like, every week I'm watching the episode when it comes out, and then the next day I'm watching all my favorite like reviewers talk about it.
Yep.
Like, I'm on it. So, and they have big community that are watching them every week too. So I think this show's got a potential to end very well. And the fact, like you said, they are ending it early gives them a lot of ammo for this last 2-part season.
Right. Well, again, your level of intrigue is high. You want to watch. You don't want to miss any of it. And then once it ends, you're going to be jonesing for more. So they're going to give you whoever is left. They're going to move on to another book, and it's whoever it is, and that's going to be. And again, we're going to watch because we love these characters. We love this world that they've developed, which is amazing. And especially they cross over. When they cross over, is awesome. It's so awesome. But the one last thing, fucking Method Man, lucky ass bitch, man. He gets a 3-minute scene. Damn.
He said,
but again,
I am protecting your little brother. Now I'm kind of busy.
yeah, I'm kind of busy right now, guy. But it was something there for the guys and for the ladies. Method Man and his in all his greatness.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Hey man,
somebody clip that. Nah, honestly, I like his relationship with Tariq because we've never seen Tariq, and I'm sorry for everybody who hasn't watched Power, but obviously we really like the show. But
yeah,
you never really see Tariq like act out of character. He's always kind of mellow throughout since you've known him. He's kind of always been cold. You know what I mean? In like a certain way. He shows when he cares, but like when he was talking to Davis, he was like yelling, like, I need help, you know? And Davis said he was like, I am helping you because I no longer have the attorney client privilege. Like, you can't tell me shit. I can't know nothing. Or just like so.
Yeah. I mean he'll be an attorney again.
Yeah. But the flip at the end, it'll be interesting to see him not. But the way they kept communicating, it was like, I feel like that role or like that bond is gonna get a lot deeper. And I mean, think about what happened. Like, he's kind of in some shit, so he might not even get his shit back. And I don't know. And then you got Michael Ealy at the end he's a creep. Like, he plays a creepy guy really well. Somebody was like, yo, I think he's really a fucking crazy person, bro. Like,
for sure. No, that's again great show. I'm excited to watch more of Ghost. So again, we'll talk about this next week too.
I guess so.
I guess this will be a weekly discussion. So
better get on it, boys and gals.
Right. If you're not watching it, go watch the show.
This is the Game of Thrones for brown people.
Exactly. I mean, I'll have to just talk Game of Thrones by myself. Do you watch it? You watch House of the Dragon?
No, but Katie's like actually been like, she's read 2 books since I've known her of like the Game of Thrones series. She's actually into it, so she's been trying to.
Has she watched the show?
Yeah. She loves the show. Okay. She tried to get me to watch it the first time, and I didn't. I've started Game of Thrones like 4 times. I've seen the first episode a bunch of times, and every time I'm like, do I want to sit through all this shit? I don't know.
Yeah, no. And she's watched House of Dragon. Yeah, see, okay. Mama Llama and I watch Ghost religiously every week when it comes out, and we watch House
Mama
of Dragon
Llama
when
likes
it comes out. Oh, she absolutely loves Ghost, and she loves.
That's her steez. That's why you try to show her the shit that's like sentimental, and she's like, I don't want that. I want to see people drug dealing and killing.
Yeah, no, she watches those. Listen, she watches those murder investigation, first 48, first homicide, all that shit. And then she loves every single the Power shows. We've watched all of them. And she watched Game of Thrones, and so we watch House of the Dragon together, and we've watched the entire series. So yeah, no, she's into that shit, man. But yeah, it's required viewing here, and fortunately we don't have to wait for the kids to watch any of this shit. So we're like, that's our shows. We watch them, we just go. So, but anyway, so maybe next week maybe we'll ask Katie to come on. Or she doesn't have to, if she doesn't want to be on camera, she just be a voice.
No, she's kind of, honestly, she's kind of down. She's kind of, I always say, like, because she likes to play in Minecraft, I was like, I would do like a Minecraft thing with her. I was like, you got to be on camera though. She's like, oh, I would do it. So like, she's kind of down. We'll see.
Well, I got to do like, who was it? The guy I talked to online is that he's got a weird channel name. His channel name is Die Jesus, but it's not spelled that way. It's different. But he hires ladies to do the reactions. And then I asked him one night, like, why aren't you on camera? Because he's on camera editing all the time. So one night I was just talking, him and I was just chit-chatting on the thing, and he's editing and he's talking, and I go, why did you hire the girls? And he's like, you know how many views girls get versus guys reacting? And he just looked at the camera, and I go, okay, noted. Noted. So ladies get to, and I talked to Mama Llama too. I go, we were talking about this one reactor who's got like almost 500,000 subscribers. And her name is, what was it, Popcorn in Bed. And she's like, first things first, she's a blonde lady. She looks pretty decent. And her name is Popcorn in Bed. You know how many skeezy men are watching her watch reactions in her bed? I go, but she's a wholesome person, like fully dressed. She's not like scantily clad. She just doesn't matter. It's a woman. If you said llama in bed, oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah. I forgot what I said.
I said, I told her, she goes, if you said llama in bed, then that would be, no one would watch that shit. I go, you're right.
Yeah. That's weird though. They're like, yeah, I love butter. Like, what? He's watching Encanto, dude. Calm down.
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Okay. All right. So we're at the promo time.
Yo,
the 10 minutes to go.
About it with
who? Tang?
Yeah, Bo Tango's, I guess. His gay stripper name. Happy Pride.
Okay. Bo Tangs. So I can have a little forum. Tang and Katie on to talk some Game of Thrones and some House of Dragons. It'd be a nice little segment. We'll have to do a live segment. I can't be editing shit. Just get on here and let's just talk. After the episode, let's just talk. All right, so we're at the 10-minute mark. We're about to wrap up. So this has been a fun episode, man. I didn't realize I didn't put Power on here, and I don't know why I didn't put Power on here. But I'm glad that we did talk about it. I got into a good discussion. Man, so join us next week for more Power Talk. We're going to talk about Power next week. If you haven't watched the show Power, watch the fucking show Power, because we're going to talk about it next week. Let's see. We talked about Acolyte, talked about Bad Boys 4, talked a little bit about Eminem. We didn't have time for Birdie to come on here. But
Birdie wasn't going to come anyways, dude. Also,
no,
I heard the one song that they dropped a video for, and I wasn't really like feeling it. I've kind of stopped caring about Eminem's music for a long time. I just go, if I want to listen to him, I'll just go back to his old shit, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
the song wasn't that great. I found it comical that people were like, oh my god, look what he said. I'm like, dude, have you heard his old shit? Like, he talking about,
he literally flipped his old shit.
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
he resampled his old song, and he just like talked about what he used to talk about. I'm like,
yeah,
it was, again, I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I love this stuff. I was like, all right, just it's him. It's interesting, but people are flipping their shit up over it. Like, you should cancel Eminem. I'm like, have you not heard his other song, Kim? Have you not heard his other? I mean, there's one song, but he's got her in the trunk of a car and he throws her into the river. Stan is bad. Stan is really, but Kim is really bad. The song Kim. I don't know if you.
Yeah, but You know how people are today.
Yeah,
It's kind of a dumb thing to get mad at. And I wonder if he's playing on it or he just wanted to rap. Like he just felt like.
Oh no!
Oh, see, this is why I wanted Bird to come on because Bird actually was excited about it, and I was like, all right, man.
Oh no, he's doing it on purpose. That is a purposeful. Like I'm gonna push the fucking buttons to get everyone like riled up, and that's all he's doing. He's just fucking with everybody because he knows how sensitive everybody is nowadays, and so he's just gonna say the right word to get everybody all fucking up in arms, and that's it. That's all he's gonna do.
Yeah.
So, and that's again, he talked about Megan Thee Stallion, and he talked about his old shit. Oh my god, it's fun. It's fun shit. Anyway, so if you haven't watched Vampire Diaries with myself and AD, please go ahead and do that. Again, episodes 1 through 3 are out now. Episode 3 just dropped today. The watch-alongs are on the YouTube channel, as if you're a channel member, and if you're on Patreon, that's where they are as well. And I also put the YouTube version on Patreon, which is ad-free and full of no distractions or anything. If you guys want to watch it there as well, that's for all Patreon level members. So, so the next one is episode 4 and 5 we've got already recorded. Which after the show we got to talk about when we're going to record next, because I got invited to again. I get invited because I'm the chauffeur to 21 Savage, to watch 21 Savage on Thursday.
Nice.
So I'm the oldest guy at a 21 Savage concert. So
seems to be a theme in your life, huh?
Hey man, it keeps me young. It keeps me young. So. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. It's not like I don't know the music and I don't listen to it. So it'd be one thing if I'm just like an old guy who's like, what the hell is this? Who's 21? What is this? Right? I know what what he's singing about. I know.
Kid Rock.
Yeah, play some Skittered, man. But no, I know the songs. I've listened to them. But my kids take me to all these concerts, man, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I don't mind. The fact that is that they're like, Dad, you're going with us. We're buying you the ticket. I'm like, I know I'm the driver, which is cool with me. It's just cool with me. But yeah, so they invited me on Thursday. We got to talk about when we could record, but we got to record episodes 6 and 7 this week. So we got to just come up with a time. Anyway,
show, dude.
You end the show. How about you? You end the show.
Hey,
Your
we
turn.
love you guys. Like all the shit that he's posting, all that. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Tomorrow.